All right, what's going on, everybody? I've seen this shit come up a lot, and I feel like now I gotta speak on it, man. This fucking trade for that's being proposed with the Philadelphia Eagles, Leonard Fournette for Nick Foles. I'm not for that shit at all. What's good, Houston? I'm not for that bullshit at all, bro. Like, and I knew I had to choose the words in this title carefully because people think because I'm saying this I don't want Nick Foles. It ain't that I don't want Nick Foles. I'm actually okay with getting Nick Foles. Like, I'm looking at the possibility of it. Like, I'm actually okay with the shit happening. So and yeah, I'm not opposed to trading for him. Like, third, fourth round pick, whatever. I'm good with that. I'm quite all right with that. It would be awesome if we traded that third round pick we got for Dante Fowler for him, which in a sense, you get a nice return on that pick. You essentially traded Dante Fowler for Nick Foles. So I'm good with that, and I'll get to Dante Fowler in a minute. I gotta talk about his ass too. But nah, man, I don't want Nick Foles for Leonard Fournette though. Like, that's just dumb. That's stupid. Like, and then you got fucking retards like Alfie Crow and Tekken is my world all happy about this shit. Like, when they sit down, like, yeah, do it, do it. Like, are y'all fucking retarded? Like, let's, and I know why they feel that way, and I know why some people do feel that way. Let's rewind the clock back to when the 2017 draft was getting ready to happen. These motherfuckers put out some of the dumbest statements I've ever heard in my life. Like, well, I'll start with Alfie. This bitch, from the time the Super Bowl ended up until draft day, was on Solomon Thomas's dick nonstop. Was writing articles, the Jaguars need to draft Solomon Thomas. The Jaguars need to draft Solomon Thomas. Where the fuck was Solomon Thomas gonna play? We had Yannick Ngakoue. We had Calais Campbell. Where the fuck is Solomon Thomas? And not to mention Dante Fowler. Where the hell is Solomon Thomas gonna play? Like, you're overloading the defensive line. Eventually, some of these guys aren't going to get enough playing time and going to want to get the fuck out. Like, and also you said Jonathan Allen too. That motherfucker dropped way down. Was injured all his rookie season. I think he did pretty good this year, but still, that wouldn't have been worth it. And Solomon Thomas, what the fuck is he doing in San Francisco? Not a goddamn thing. Like, they're more higher on fucking DeForest Buckner than goddamn Solomon Thomas. Fuck it. And then Tekken talking about we need Jamal Adams, and like, especially on a Pro Bowl, he's been on Jamal Adams' dick again, and like even put that goddamn tweet, Leonard Fournette greater, or what the fuck was it? Jamal Adams greater than Leonard Fournette. Like, bro, you gotta stop. I know Jamal Adams had a good year, but he ain't a fucking world beater. He's not a goddamn surefire, soon to be Hall of Famer. He's not that. In my opinion, the reason Jamal Adams has so many tackles is because there really ain't shit besides Leonard Williams on the fucking Jets defense. So that motherfucker's a big fish in a small pond. So I don't want to hear that shit. Like, they hate on Leonard, and then you said Cam Robinson, who we got in the second round. So both, and you know what? Not to mention, we were going to draft Jamal Adams with Barry Church on the team. Barry Church ended up having a good year in 2017. He kind of fell off this year, but you know what? Now this past draft, we drafted a damn good replacement for him in Ronnie Harrison, and maybe playing half of a season max. The motherfucker has just as many career interceptions as Jamal Adams. One. So, you look at Ronnie Harrison, this dude from the third round has enough potential. Like, I see enough, and I believe in this guy to say that this dude will be just as good, if not better, than Jamal Adams. Like, he's got that kind of potential. So, that'd have been a dumbass pick. Like both of these motherfuckers and others find every excuse in the world to fucking hate on Leonard Fournette. But here's a harsh reality. Without Leonard Fournette, that 2017 season does not happen. Fournette had a lot to do with our offensive production. He's the main reason the team was number 1 in the league in rushing. So, you take that away, who are you starting? Chris Ivory, TJ Yeldon? Please, we saw that worked in 2016. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Here's the only real thing we could have done different with that Leonard Fournette pick. The way it got fucked up, the Jags wanted to commit to Bortles. And, looking back on it now, probably shouldn't have. And with that 4th pick, we probably could have even taken Deshaun Watson or Patrick Mahomes. One of those, and again they were both crapshoots too. We didn't know what the fuck we were getting with them. But those are the only 2 picks we could have made where that 2018 season or that 2017 season happens. Because without one of them or Leonard Fournette, we don't get to an AFC Championship game. Period. So, and then you look at the side from the trade aspect. You want to trade our 24-year-old star running back, and yeah, I get he had injuries this year, and the stupid fight where he got suspended. But you know what? It's not uncommon for players to go through sophomore slumps. It happens a lot, and it happens to great ones. So I get all that shit, but what this man did and he even had good games this year when he was healthy. What this man did in his rookie season really helped us a lot. And you will give up on the motherfucker after one kind of disappointing year. And you're going to trade a 24-year-old running back for a 30-year-old quarterback who has been a backup for now, what? For like 3-4 years now? I mean, I know he won a Super Bowl, and I know he's had great moments. He's had a great season. And like I said, this ain't a knock on Nick Foles. I like Nick Foles. But, and also not to mention, we don't know that this dude can succeed outside of Philly. So, you want to trade your star running back for that guy? I ain't for that shit, man. Like, no. Here's the only way I could see doing it, and it would make sense. Because essentially trading Fournette for Foles, Philly's quarterback problem solved. They got Carson Wentz, and now the running back issue solved. Us now, we got to find a running back. So here's what I would do. If Philly dead set wants to make this shit happen, give us Foles, give us either Josh Adams or Jay Ajayi. Fuck out of here with Wendell Smallwood. Fuck out of here with Darren Sproles. Fuck out of here with Donnell Pumphrey or Corey Clement, whoever the fuck else they got. Nah, it's got to be one of those two. Give us that, and you get Fournette, and you take Blake Bortles. And I know somebody gonna be like, "Oh, we don't want to pay all that cap." Look, I'm for all four going half on it. He's owed $16 million guaranteed. So we'll go half on it. Split it 8. Split. You guys pay 8, we pay 8. And you can pay it over 2 years. $4 million a year ain't that serious. So I'm good with that. But nah, for Foles and Fournette straight up, nah, I don't want to do that shit. That's something that could really bite us in the ass. But the idea of trading Nick Foles, because I think the way restricted free agents work, they either get 1 or 2 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like they get a 1 or 2 year contract. Like I don't know how the shit works exactly, but for 1 or 2 years and not paying that much, that's a good way to see if Nick Foles can really be the guy. And it would make sense to do it this year because quarterback class will be better next year. As good as it kind of is this year, it'll be a lot better this year. Like, oh, okay, well, all right, but yeah, but yeah, to your point, yeah, Ajayi being a free agent, then hey, it's got to be Josh Adams. Because unless you plan on getting Le'Veon Bell or Jordan Howard or even signing Jay Ajayi in the offseason, we're fucked at running back. So, and that's the identity of and that's really the identity of our offense. So, but anyway, like I'm good with but anyway, yeah, I'm good with Foles coming here like that because if it's a 1 or 2 year deal, and let's say he sucks next year, we got Tua Tagovailoa, we got Jake Fromm from Georgia, we got Justin Herbert from Oregon coming out, and yeah, so it might be a better class for quarterbacks that year. So if the whole Nick Foles thing don't work, and let's say we get him how I want to get him and trade like a draft pick or something, we can fix it next year. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We can fix it next year. But if it fucks up where we trade Fournette and get him, then we're out a quarterback and a running back going into next year if Nick Foles fucks up. So I don't like that shit at all. I don't like that shit at all. Like if it requires to get Fournette, I'd rather take my chances trying to find a way to get Dwayne Haskins. Like, and I even read this one article last night talking about they want to give a first, second, and third to the Arizona Cardinals, a first, second, and third, and then our 2020 first round pick to the Arizona Cardinals to get the number 1 overall pick. Like, that shit's crazy. Like, that's a lot to give up for Haskins. Like, I think Haskins is going to be a great quarterback, but if this fucks up, then we're out another first round draft pick. Like, I'm for waiting to see him like sliding down, and hopefully making a trade with like either the Jets, the Raiders, or Tampa Bay to jump the Giants and make sure we get them if that's the route we're gonna go. Personally, I'd rather draft a quarterback, but like I said, I wouldn't mind Nick Foles to see if it can work out for a year. I mean, the guy knows how to win, so I'm good with that. I just think it's dumb as shit to give up Leonard Fournette for him. So, I mean, that's my thought on that. And one other thing I'm going to talk about briefly, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, right. So we have Fournette here. D.D. Westbrook's a good receiver. I'm hoping either DJ Chark or Keelan Cole is going to pull their head out of their ass and emerge, or maybe we get the top receiver, or like I said, Noah Fant in this draft and give him some guys to throw to. Then you got Westbrook, you got Chark, you got Marquise Lee coming back, and hopefully somehow we'd end up with Noah Fant and Fournette in the backfield, and that could be a pretty good offense to go along with this defense, because I know we're gonna lose some guys, but this defense is still gonna be great. Don't get that twisted. Definitely don't get that twisted. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, one other thing, I believe it's a guy named AJ Brown, or this dude, I can't think of the fucker's name right now, but I think he's on Ole Miss. Like, he played for Ole Miss. Like, there's not like a world beater wide receiver in this draft. Like, there's a couple guys that might go in the first round, but like, I don't know if there's like that guy that really pops out of anybody, because I can't even I think it's like O'Leary or something. I can't think of the motherfucker's name. Ask Nick Fargo, he'll know. But anyway, something else I want to talk about real quick. Dante Fowler. Now, for whatever reason, this guy decided to run his mouth about the Jaguars. Like, said some things that are true. You know, he said one thing he said was, we weren't humble, which the players and us as fans kind of were. We weren't humble. We thought we were the shit, and we kind of got knocked back and set back this year. And maybe in a way, like some of these guys needed that, but I think if anything, it's gonna make us more hungry and better in the long run. So in a way, maybe we needed that, but it's whatever. But here's what he said. This dude was like, the Jags gave up on him and was sounded like he was bitter about Yannick Ngakoue started. It's like, okay, hold on. We had a place for you on the line when Yannick was there. I mean, can you blame the coaching staff for playing the better player? You were a number 30 overall pick. You didn't produce like a number 3 overall pick. The thing is, it's not saying that you were shit. Just Yannick Ngakoue and Calais Campbell are better than you. And it's a fact. They are. Yannick Ngakoue's averaging 10 sacks a year. Calais Campbell's, the 2 years he's been in Jacksonville, has put double-digit sacks up and got to the Pro Bowl. Yannick Ngakoue's also went to the Pro Bowl last year. So, the thing is, you got nobody to blame but yourself. Like, it's just a case where a couple guys were better than you. That's really what it is. And you got traded. So, don't blame nobody else but yourself and get better. Because if you keep making excuses for yourself, you're gonna fucking fail. And you're speaking like you've been there, done, like, bro. Until you, and this hurts me to say because like I met this dude in person and I even put a video out thanking him for what he did, for what he's done since he's been here. But bro, until you put up 10 sacks or more, do everybody a favor and shut the fuck up. Like, you're not there yet, Ledden. You sound like a petulant child, bro. Grow the fuck up. But anyway, but yeah, back to the Fournette for Foles thing. Like, I can't believe so many people are fucking happy about this shit. Like I still can't get over that Alfie Crow and Texas is my world. Yeah, do it. Like, y'all hate on this man so much, but know goddamn well he's a big part of the reason why we were in an AFC Championship game in 2017. And Tekken, really, I don't want to hear like, and I hate to even start this shit with this dude again, but like, I can't ignore this. Like, I can't. Like, and I know I've said like I'm not responsible for the rest of these motherfuckers' actions, but it needs to be said. Like this, like you saying this shit about how bad the Jaguars are, yet you're rooting for the fucking and you're rooting for the fucking Colts to beat the goddamn Chiefs in the playoffs. I shit you not. And you want the Patriots. You wanted the Patriots to go to the fucking Super Bowl when the playoffs were announced. The team that put us out, that fucked us over going to our first Super Bowl, you want them back in another one. I shit you not. Look at his Twitter. And if he deleted that shit, Nick Fargo got the screenshots, and I got a bunch of people that can vouch for it. So, like, and I've been trying to, and it's pissing me off because I've been trying to leave this shit alone because it's not even worth it with this dude. And I even wanted you to be better. I want you to be better. But you gotta give up this Legion of Broncos shit. Like, you either gonna be a Jags fan or a Broncos fan. There's no in between. Like, fuck what you had for the Chiefs or the Colts or whatever the fuck, man. Like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that because you make yourself look like a dumbass. And you make us all look bad. But, yeah, like, these dudes hate on Leonard Fournette to no end, but know goddamn well he's a big part of this team and why we were in a AFC Championship game. Not the only reason, but a big part of why. Like, you gotta stop this shit with this man, man. But anyway, like, I hope that shit don't happen. I mean, but that's all I have. Like, I'm going in 20 minutes. This is longer than I wanted it to be, but yeah. Well, I don't know. Guess on the off season we'll see what happens. Whether we get Foles, draft Haskins, or whatever we do. Hopefully we end up with one of those two guys. But